science doesn't mean that you will do only science, because science is life. And I was just talking like few minutes back to some of my colleagues here, and we were talking, like even in literature and even in science, you need creativity, and creativity can be only there if you ask questions. So even if you learn a lot of things, some of the things which I will talk here, are you able to listen on the back? Clear? Sabko sunai de raha hai? Are you able to listen to me? In case there is a problem, please let me know. The last person there. Clear? Yes. Okay. And also, if I am talking too fast, or if I am talking something which you are not okay with, for example, in science, it is your job to ask questions. Because if you are not asking questions, then certainly you are actually remembering things, mugging up things. Ratta maar rahe hai. You should not mug up things. Then it will be, your brain will become what? Pressure cooker. Your brain should not become pressure cooker. Brain should be fertile ground for asking questions. And whatever you do, okay, my job of course here is to tell you something about a very boring subject which is called chemistry. How many of you feel chemistry is boring? Yeah, you see? How many of you feel chemistry is boring? Chemistry is all about memory, all rectification. You cannot raise your hand half. That is a political thing. Either you are yes or no. किस को लगता है कि केमिस्ट्री में बस रट्टा ही मारना पड़ता है, रिएक्शन ही रिएक्शन, फॉर्मूला, like that, right? Yes, good. Even I used to be exactly like you at your age. Then I realized that probably this is a fault of the way I had learned it. So in the next 1 hour, I will try to give you a different approach, an approach which may not lead you to lot of marks in your MSc or in your plus 12th exam. For probably plus 12th exam, still you need to again make your brain a little more pressure cooker. But I will tell you honestly, chemistry is much more interesting than that, because chemistry has something which is called variety. Okay, all subjects. By the way, science, or for example your brain. See, you have to appreciate one thing. How many subjects you have yourself in your plus 2, and you introduce yourself. Your name? Achha. I was also a KV product. Long time ago. 5 subjects. Tell me, physics, chemistry, maths, biology? Oh, English, no biology. Okay, good. So you have, sit down please, thank you. See, but then you have 5 subjects, but please don't think that your brain has 5 compartments. Brain actually mixes up things. And the real discovery and real understanding comes by mixing up subject, by connections. For example, now if you go to any website of an American university, or for that matter any, Harvard, MIT, Stanford, go to their website, go to the physics department. You would think in physics department people do only physics. Certainly not. In physics department, those people who are doing real research, they are working on biology, they are working on chemistry, they are working on computer science. Similarly, in chemistry department, people are working on biology, people are working on nanotechnology. So again here, real things will come up by mixing things. Do not localize things in your brain, because it is not like that. All subjects are connected. And my job here, I will try to connect some things which are probably unconnected to you. Okay? So that is the title of my talk, and that is the motivation. Okay, किस को थोड़ा इंग्लिश में प्रॉब्लम है, कोई शर्माना नहीं है, तो मुझे थोड़ा मुझे बोलने का, तो I will try to change it. So you should not feel shy that I have a problem. See, if English was the language of science, then I will tell you, my friends, Japanese will not be doing any science. And Japanese do the best science in the world. All these things are made in Japan. So Japanese do very good science. So you should not think that because of English I am not able to appreciate science. Science is a language of itself. That's what I am trying to do. Okay? Okay. So I will start to try to go to my talk, and the idea is to motivate you to understand what is happening, what is existing. So what I am trying to tell you, chemistry is an evergreen science. So green has become a very important word. Okay, now you see, fridge, refrigerators, eco-navigator fridge. Everything is green now. So what is so special about green? See, it is an important thing now to understand that many of us, not me certainly, I don't see many old people here. It's a very good thing, you should not have many old people. Okay. No, but I am not blaming the old people, but I am just taking my dig at them because they burned fuels like anything. They enjoyed life like anything. Huh? They did as much pollution as they want, and now they want the next generation to be more careful. Okay. Why they want them to be more careful? Well, because for yourself, because then after 10 years it becomes all polluted, we will all die, that is not good. So our job is to, and as human beings also it is our job, to leave the world in a better state than what we have achieved. So in the sense, when we become old, the quality of life should be better than the quality of life which we inherited. Right? This is the thing. So again, that is something which has become very important. So green. And people always think chemistry is all about, chemicals, dirty, pollution, all this. Certainly not. Chemistry is also about a lot of positive things in life. By the way, I will give you a small fact. In the last 30 years, the expectation in the sense how many years we live, average age of an Indian, average life of an Indian, okay, 40 years back it was about 50. Now, people are, average age of an Indian, average Indian is about 73, 74. So our average expectation of life has increased by 25 years, right? We are living 25 years more. You know why? Because now we have really good affordable medicines. Of course, Gujarat is very important because Sun Pharmacy and all this. So now what has happened, because of chemistry, we are able to make medicines which are cheap, which is affordable to the people. Think about it. Even 3 years back or 5 years back, the treatment of cancer was very, very expensive. People would even wish that it is better that my beloved person dies rather than we have to go through this. But now actually cancer is treatable. In the sense, of course, the later stages are not treatable, but medicines are affordable. At least medicines are affordable. So that is something which has become great. 20 years back, treatment of diabetes, insulin was so expensive. People cannot buy insulin. Now, people are using it. Very much affordable. And this is something which is a very positive thing of life, of chemistry. Chemistry has made our Indian life 25 years longer. And this is something you should appreciate. Why? Because it is now possible to make very cheap medicines. Chemistry. Of course, if I tell you organic synthesis, you will say, oh, organic synthesis, Reimer-Tiemann reactions, okay. And then I have to remember name reactions. All of you would be scared of name reactions if I tell you. Reimer-Tiemann reactions, Friedel-Crafts reactions, right? Name reactions you really hate, right? But you have to appreciate, because of some of those name reactions, things have become so important. But what I am trying to tell you, chemistry is not all about name reactions. But also you should appreciate that you should know some name reactions. For example, next time, after my talk, you will forget everything about my talk, I don't mind. So next time when you go to a pharmacy shop, okay, दवाई के दुकान में जाओगे तो बस दवाई खरीदना नहीं, या फिर घर में जो दवाई है उसको उलट के देखो क्या लिखा है वहाँ पे, क्या है उसका, क्या फॉर्मूला है. अगर मान लो जो आप कैल्पॉल ले रहे हो तो क्या फॉर्मूला है, देखोगे पैरासीटामोल. ओके, तो जस्ट फॉर क्यूरियोसिटी गूगल में सर्च करो पैरासीटामोल का स्ट्रक्चर क्या है, एक स्ट्रक्चर खुलेगा. देन यू शुड अप्रिशिएट कि क्या हो रहा है कि मैं एक टैबलेट पैरासीटामोल खा रहा हूँ और मेरा बॉडी का टेम्परेचर नॉर्मल बन रहा है. तो जरूर कुछ बहुत कॉम्प्लिकेटेड हो रहा है हमारे बॉडी के अंदर, और हमको वो समझना पड़ेगा. अगर नहीं समझेंगे तो दवाई का नेगेटिव इफेक्ट भी हो सकता है. तो दैट इज द इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ मेडिसिन, सो इंपॉर्टेंट. सो नेक्स्ट टाइम व्हेन यू गो बैक, एस्पिरिन, एस्पिरिन हम सब यूज करते हैं. आप लोग बोलते हैं ना कि कहीं पे दर्द हुआ तो मूव लगाया, इतना ऐड होता है. मूव में क्या कौन सा केमिकल है, बस खोल के देखो, उल्टोगे तो दिखेगा वहां डाइफ्लोरोनेट सोडियम. समझना पड़ेगा कि वो क्या है. That much understanding is required, and then you should appreciate. Really, 10-15 years back, आपका अगर एक्सीडेंट हो रहा है कहीं पे, medicines were so expensive, really expensive. Now, of course, medicines are affordable, and that is something very, very positive about chemistry. Because without chemistry, without chemistry you will still have medicines. What medicines you will have? With all due respect, you will have Ayurvedic medicines. How many of you would like to have Ayurvedic medicines? Ayurvedic medicines are very good, but you will get healed after 5 years. But for 5 years, who is going to? You are all young people. You want to work tomorrow. You have to achieve a lot of things in your life, right? जीवन में बहुत कुछ करना है ना आप लोगों को, right? 5 साल थोड़े ना बैठ सकते हैं. सबको जल्दी है, right? That is exactly true. This is current generation. They don't want to wait like us. Oh, one fine day कुछ होगा, भगवान हमारा उपकार करेंगे, वो सब छोड़ो. अभी खुद करो. ठीक है? So what I am trying to tell you here in the talk is the chemistry is the evergreen science. So I will try to tell you, alchemistry. History of chemistry is very interesting. The history of chemistry is something to do with greed. Now if I tell you that, you will feel bad. नहीं क्या बोल रहे हैं सर, क्या इसके साथ लोभ के साथ केमिस्ट्री का क्या संपर्क है? लेकिन that is true because most of the chemistry which we know now, जो हमको रसायन हमको मालूम है, was discovered not because of chemistry. But why most of the chemistry was discovered? Gold. सबको सोना चाहिए था, तो लोगों ने सोचा कि सोना तो है, मिलता है बहुत दूर पे, वो सब अंदर गड्ढा करो, ये निकालो, बहुत मुश्किल है. ऐसा कि अगर हम अपने लैब में बैठ के, मेरे घर में बैठ के सोना बनाएंगे तो इतना अच्छा रहेगा. So people started thinking you can make gold from iron. आयरन तो घर में सबके रहता है. तो in some reaction कुछ ना कुछ करके हम लोग आयरन से गोल्ड बनाएंगे. अब आयरन से गोल्ड तो कभी बना नहीं, लेकिन आयरन से जो बना, that understanding, लोग समझ गए कि आयरन से अब क्या क्या बन सकता है, आयरन की क्या क्या रसायन हो सकती है. That is exactly what chemistry started with. But chemistry, the major, see that is the importance of chemistry. You have to understand कि chemistry is very practical. केमिस्ट्री में ऐसा नहीं है कि आप वो सोलर सिस्टम कैसे विश्व ब्रह्मांड घूमता है, वो सब हम नहीं, वो सब वी आर नॉट वरीड. केमिस्ट्री इज वरीड अबाउट लाइफ. वेरी प्रैक्टिकल. Chemistry is very practical. Chemistry, the whole genesis of chemistry is practical. People wanted something. People wanted a better quality of life. क्यों? सोना मिलेगा तो लाइफ अच्छा बनेगा ना. Like that. So chemistry is very practical field of research. Very practical. So the other thing which I will tell you, all subjects are very important, and certainly now there is no difference between physics, chemistry, biology. They are all mixed. Mathematics. For example, I work on computational chemistry. For me, mathematics is more important than chemistry. Okay. But one thing is there, a chemist has never slept empty stomach. That is a very, when I started to study chemistry, that is a very important thing. अगर आप chemistry पढ़ते हो, chemistry is a very practical thing. Chemistry certainly has ability, opportunities. A chemist will never live empty stomach. Because chemistry, there is a lot of applications, lot of jobs, lot of possibilities. I cannot guarantee that about physicists. How many of you are physicists here, by the way? Okay, don't quote me outside. Okay, I cannot guarantee that about physicists, that a physicist को खाना मिलेगा या नहीं. But chemistry certainly, because chemistry is very practical. And I will also try to tell you about something about nanochemistry, which is becoming very important, and try to show you something very important thing which can come out of it. Okay. Okay, so then these are two people who are asking their questions. How old is chemistry? Chemistry कितना पुराना है? Then people say in fact chemistry is as old as history. बहुत बुरा है. But then, even though it is a very old man, it is very young from heart.